Yeah, good evening. And maybe I should start typing first in the chat before as soon as I create the live stream. There you go. You can't possibly win. Oh. But yeah, we are here, ready for some more racing. Don't know why I said it like that, but I did. Yeah, server should be live soon-ish. Yeah, I have not driven at all since last week, though. At least, well, driven virtually. Did finally get my real car out for a bit of a drive at the weekend, but that's a different story. I haven't done any sim racing, though, between the 2 weeks. Well, not the 2 weeks, sorry, the week. Was meant to do a bit at the weekend, but got distracted with other things. So, whoops. When are you going to a Silverstone track day in the cappuccino? I don't know. I probably won't. I don't know, track day in it is kind of tricky. Well, I don't know if I'd necessarily feel confident track daying it, because... Well, the car's... Like, objectively speaking, the car is slow. Also, hey Mia, how's it going? Which link is right for today's series? What do you mean? For link? Like, content link? Or... server? Or... Well, if it's a server, it's the exact same server every week. It doesn't change. If it's for the content, it should be whatever is listed in the content list. Like spreadsheet, the content name and version is exactly as it should be, as it is on the server. And I'll update that every time I change it on the server. Hopefully that answers the question. If not, then feel free to clarify. Server will be live in 1 minute, though. Hopefully. It hasn't failed me yet, though, so I have no reason to believe why it shouldn't. Of course, if you want to find the server easier, you can obviously add it to your favorites list, but I'm sure you already know that. If not, it also does appear on recent, unless you join, like, millions of AC servers. I hate the server cable. Damn, you flew all the way over to Germany to do that? Crazy. Alright, I think... Well, hey... Let me get that. Okay. It's been a while since I've driven this car. Actually, I'm not even sure if I have ever raced this car before. I want to say I have at some point, but I genuinely cannot remember. Okay, well, no, I clearly haven't. I have no setups listed in here at all. My wheel feels oddly limp. I mean, it's just because I haven't left the pits. Okay. Oh, that's wrong. Okay, well, whatever. It is what it is. Can I change the brake pads in the car? Okay. Oh, hang on. I have like like 3 different versions of the stream. Okay, there we go. Stop that. Saw like a thing moving in the background. It was the YouTube preview. I'd left it on. Okay. I'm not listed in the setup then. Hang on. I need to check something quick. What am I doing? What am I doing with my life? Yeah, I found something which helped. Good to hear that you fixed your issues. I guess to peel back to your question, Roman, earlier about the taking the car on track days. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not necessarily confident with taking the car out on track days because, as I kind of mentioned, the car itself is, well, slow. Like, it's great for backcountry roads, but putting it on like a big open racetrack, it's not going to be very quick. And that's something I would be mildly concerned about. What am I doing? Okay. Need to check something. See, I don't know what tracks it would really work on. I don't know. I don't think it would necessarily work on Silverstone. I haven't really done any research into track days, though. I'm also worried I'd just, like, kill the car. It's actually... Oh, wait, hang on. Uh-oh. Oh, no! Alright, I'm gonna... I've made a goof here. I need to make a bit of a change. Okay. Yeah, I made a little bit of a goof on the setup for the car. As you can see here, the fuel is... I realize the brake bias is fixed. It shouldn't be. But the fuel is also fixed. I'd assume 30 liters is more than enough, but... just in case... I need to... I don't know if I can... 15 liters should be enough. Okay. Did I kill the server or did it not? It didn't. Okay, so this is an interesting conundrum. I need to figure out how do I kill a running process. I could just leave it as it is, but... learning experience time. Excuse me. Task Manager alternative. No, this is running on a Linux server. Task Manager doesn't exist. Okay, this is a lot of stuff. Okay, what are these IDs? PID. That's what I want. Wait. Okay. Shit. What's that number? 149073. Did that work? I think it worked. Cool. Should have shortened down the server. I didn't, but it is alive again. I just fixed the setup. I'll just advance it at the right time. It's not the end of the world, though. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, it's already looking better. Cool. Things are as they should be. We're good. Day is saved. Timer is out, but I'll just advance the server when it's time. Yeah, doing stuff on, like, this server really has been my first true experience with Linux, and doing stuff on Linux really isn't hard. It's just knowing what to do. Obviously, it's a very different ways of doing things, which you gotta figure out. Once I kind of learn and remember them. East of piss. That's the wrong way. I forget just how much bicycle tires this thing has. Cool. But yeah, you can begin to see why, well, you can see the after effect of the reasons why I want to, like, automate the things on the server. Because in general, oh, there's a cone in the middle of it. I might have done that, to be honest. These things are client-sided. Because, like, yeah, automation just makes everything a whole lot easier. There's a lot of stuff on the server that I still have to do manually. I don't have to do, like, setting up the jobs I did the other week means that I don't actually have to do anything during the live stream. Like, the server does kind of run itself, as long as I feed it a consistent supply of server configs. But I still have to create... Okay, that was a mistake. I still do have to create, like, the server configs and all of that all myself. And all the setups and all that malarkey. And that obviously can get, well, I can fuck it up. That's the simple term of it. And that's, having more things to do and more things to manage, higher chance of fucking things. So yeah, one of my goals is to try and streamline and automate, like, the process of setting everything up as much as I can, really. just makes everything so much easier. Oh yeah, this thing has like these fronts have like no grip, though. Like I turn and just nothing really happens. Did unmute? Okay, I did. It's pretty certain I did. I was just making sure I wasn't shouting into the void. At least complete laps in the car. I'm going to assume I'm probably quite slow, though, at the moment. Seems like it's quite easy to lock the brakes, though, so I'm having to be pretty careful back there. Already has a very rearwards, or relatively rearwards brake bias. See, it's still biased to the front, but what is it like? It's 56 by default. You know, we could try like 54 maybe. I didn't see that message here. Hey, listen. He comes here again, tries to provoke violence against me. Tell him to start using his simulator and come to the track himself. True. True. He keeps appearing in the chat, but when's he gonna get on the track with us? Ooh, okay, the brake bias is not the play. I'm not sure where I wanna exact feels right. I think I want to like teetering on these brakes. Oops. You see the one delete die. Okay. You didn't change the ride heights? I did. I lowered the rear a bit. I don't know what's optimal. I'm just playing around with things. could try lowering the front as well. I don't know. I can try lowering the whole thing, I guess. I probably could get away with that. Whether that's better or not, I don't know. I guess it technically should be. Full oversteer. Not quite sure I feel as confident in the car or myself tonight to necessarily do that. I think I will happily run mid-pack. Or backpack. Who knows? I guess I probably could try and push in a little bit more natural oversteer into this thing, because it does kind of just kind of wallow a bit. Brakes on this thing are not very good though. Bugger. You know, I kind of need to go and use the bathroom, so I will put you in the capable hands of Miko for the time being. So I use the restroom and then we jump into qualifying. Oh, okay. Qualifying time. Get rid of that. Yeah, can actually add a bit of extra height into the rear, probably about 5 degrees. I'm actually going to push the brake bias forward a little bit, I think. Maybe push the brake power to 98. We're just going to try that, because we got to get out and get something in. So far, so not so bad out of the pits. I think I'm really just looking for stability here. Well, comfort. It's not necessarily stability, but general comfort and trust in what the car is doing. If I can do that, then even if I'm relatively slow, hopefully that'll pay dividends in the race. Doing that's not going to help, though. Traffic. Bugger. Big old counter steer there. Well, okay, well, it doesn't matter, it's just my outlet. Ready for throwing this lap in the bin, so it's no value for it. That was kind of rubbish, but hey ho. Oh, I want this. Ow. A bit too much faith in the grip of the car there. It threw me way out. At least it didn't invalidate my lap. Unless my lap is already invalidated, then we'll see. Currently in 9th place, but that's because I don't have any kind of a valid lap on the board. I'll be at least 8th, because I think we did have a 9th join, but then they left. Which is unfortunate, but hey-ho. I really don't think I'm going to be faster than this car tonight, though. I'm 6th at the moment, but I'm like 3 seconds off the pace. I did have that excursion through the sand, so that is something to be wary of. I'm actually going to put the brake bias back to the default. Got like far on the front now. Not really getting that rotation from the braking. Don't really want to go any further back though, because that also kills me. So I've done it again, man. Well, that's my qualifying done. Dead last. I have not been doing well in qualifying for these. 56, 98. Yeah, that's fine. I'm just gonna leave the 20 liters in. I don't even know what I really can do. I guess I'm just gonna go out there, drive, and see what happens. That was actually... Oh, okay. No, I am still 9th. That was a 10th person. I didn't realize. Biggest grid we've had, I think. Which is pretty cool. Okay, a quick look at some of these liveries. Miko's got a bit of a fancy livery going on here. Teo, obviously. The iconic color scheme. Yaru standard. Hanu... Mattia with the white walls. And also repping the colors. Damn. Well, we know who's the big liar. Well, I know who's a big liar. Mr. I'm gonna struggle tonight on the pole position. By 3/10 of a second at the moment, almost 4. Doesn't build on that. Oh no, he does. Never mind. Up to almost half a second. I am 6 seconds off the pace. I mean, I haven't actually done a clean lap yet. So. Again, this is going to be a hope to make better in the race scenario. Otherwise, I am screwed. Is the simple way of putting it. It's actually a pretty good start. Gonna jump Film, even jump Yari. Or brake gear shift them compared to Hannah and the lights, but I have nowhere to take that. So I'm just gonna have to settle in here. Pipe the understeer on the way out. People are scattering. Is this really worth it? I don't know. Probably not. I'm trying it anyways. Oh, it's so close. It was worth it. I had nothing to lose, really. Let's do a side-by-side up ahead. Can I pick the winning side? No, I didn't. In both cases. Mateo 1 on entry, Yari 1 in the middle. But I'm going to follow Yari out. It's going to put me past Mateo. Woo! All over the place, though. On that steering wheel. Oh, Mateo getting a bit ship-shape behind. Good to know that I'm actually not completely off pace. Can actually kind of hold my ground. The usual two suspects running away at the front, though. To the surprise of pretty much no one. One of them's gone pretty wide, though. Whoa. Okay. Getting into the groove of this car a little bit more. It's a bit of a nice power oversteer there. A bit of a nice slide going. The cornering speed in this car is pretty dreadful. does not corner particularly well. Ooh, I braked a bit late there. Lock up. And big waft of understeer. Okay, up my gearbox, but I think he also understeered, so couldn't really profit from that. Mihao and Yari. Great little battle up ahead, though. It's funny, though, we've raced the same track now for 3 weeks in a row. But because these cars are all so different, the track feels... It's the same track, but every corner you have to approach it differently every time. Corners that were a problem in one car are now not in another. Corners that were like super easy in one car are now an absolute pain in another. You know, braking points change, acceleration points change, your lines change, and guys messed that up. I have no idea where he is, though. He's way back there, I think. Oh, got that a bit wrong myself. I'm going to fall into the clutches of Mateo a bit here, I think. Yeah, I got a pretty bad run through there as well. He's going to try and come up my inside here, I think. Try to hang it on the outside. Woo! Oh, caught it. Am I starting to slow me out? No, that's fine. I don't know if that was me or not there. I felt like I had given him plenty of space, but I might not have. Hard to say. I'm gonna come across a bit aggressively as well, I don't know. It's not the most reactive, this car, let's just say. However, this group is still pretty close up ahead, so we can get back in and get back in this fight. Bill's gone a bit ship-shape there. Breaking away from this pack a bit. Bad run out of that corner. He's sinking now to the back of this group. So yeah, I would have had a better run than he did out of there, but he didn't. locking up. Oopsie. Oh, dear. That went all wrong. You not want to go? I mean, that was on me, really. Whoops. Oh, shit. I've gotten this wrong. Well, there you go. I gave the place back. Not sure if he would have. And he was waiting up for me. I don't know if he would have accepted an organic giving it back. Not organic, but I guess, like, actually giving it back. Okay, still got over half this race to go, and more shit can happen, so I need to try and regather my focus. Not the easiest at the moment, but I'll try. I always found it interesting though how these old Lotuses had these red steering wheels. Just a really random touch. But it gives these cars a bit more character, I guess. I don't have anything against it, but it's just a unique little detail that I haven't really seen it anywhere before or after. I mean, the interior is also, like, red. Also, so that kind of matches up. I think on the Lotus 49, though, it's just the steering wheel that's red. I could be wrong, though. Ooh, hit the sausage. It seems like Mateo ran into some trouble. He's actually down to the back of that group. That's a bit aggressive into there. Should have stayed in second. But yeah, I think the more drama is bound to happen. So if I can kind of get a groove back on, which I'm kind of struggling to do, I think there's some opportunities still available in this race to make things happen. Fine, it's not too bad. I felt a lot worse than what it actually was. There's a lot of locking up into there, though. Plus, while it puts me about on par with the cars head, which obviously isn't ideal if I want to be catching them, but it's at least better than being slower than them. Having that gap actively open. That's actually my fastest lap of the race as well. Clean air coming in clutch. Obviously at the moment, main goal is to try and catch and pass Hanu. He is the main... He's the only opponent in visible sight. We are both trying to catch up as much as we can, really. Doubt we're going to catch up from pace alone, but you know, as I said, drama can and will happen. So. Both pocketing faster laps that time around. Of course, turn one a bit wrong. Gary's now fallen to the back of that group. Oh, yellow flag's out. I don't think it's cost whoever caused it much time. Or maybe. Here it is a lot closer. That was some good. I'm improving lap on lap though. In terms of pace. Which is good. Just need to find that crack in Hanu's armor and exploit it. Yeah, but I also have to try and keep myself on the road, which is easier said than done. No grip. Oh, hit that sausage a bit. That kind of slowed me up. Busy looking at my arm. I get caught up in something, but I don't know what. Oh, the car's trying to get out from me under braking. It's a little early there, but Hannah was a little late. Oh, that was a terrible exit, though. I don't think I could have gotten a worse exit if I tried. Again, another bad exit. Slipping away. Oh, bit too much throttle there. 3 bad corners in a row. Can I make it 4? Try to be just a bit too aggressive. Not fantastic, but not terrible. closer than I've ever been in the past, like, 10 minutes. Actually, no, I think I was this close at a point before, but at least in the last few laps, I guess. I'm locking up big time into corkscrew. That's going to cost me a lot of time. Yep, that has cost me a lot of time. Just really put me out of shape. To absolutely nail the rest of this downhill. Oh, which isn't doing that. God fucking damn it. Alright, well. Guess I'm finishing last. Gotta say, I'm not quite in tune with catching the car yet on a direct drive wheel. Or on this direct drive wheel, I guess in particular. I can catch some things, but like, obviously I could do like micro corrections a lot better. But like trying to keep the car generally, or trying to save like bigger moments, I'm struggling a bit. I'm sure I'd get there with time, but yeah, still obviously kind of new to this whole direct drive malarkey. Oh, okay. Kind of made a bit of a mistake there because it seems like I'm closing it a little bit. More like this. Oh. Little drift there. Was actually my best lap of the race. Yellow flag up ahead. Oh, that's not the line to take. Seems like Gary had a big off. Oh god. A little bit more oversteer practice there and at the end. Oh, people flying in from the sky. should be everyone. Let's get the replay. Sorry for that crash. It was fine. I haven't seen the replay, so I might have been partially on me as well. The one later on was definitely on me. I just locked up big time. Okay, cool. Server did its thing. So let me just do that. 10 apprentice doing like 143, like me, I don't know. Hello, the setup is so bad. I mean, it is by and large the default setup, but with a few bits you could change here and there. Maybe, I mean, this series is an interesting stress test, I guess, for the restricted setup idea, and maybe it might be worth tweaking it a little bit for vintage cars. Because the idea was kind of based around more modern cars with downforce, obviously, because you could change the wing angles, but with other cars you don't really have that, so that kind of takes away some of the options that you have to play around with how the car handles. But we live and we learn. Got a great start here, though. Got past Phil. Kind of didn't have a good shift here, but I was boxed in between him and Yari, so I couldn't really go anywhere, even though I was carrying more momentum than the two of them. And honestly, I hadn't set a single valid lap until the race. Admittedly, this was very bold from me. I'm surprised we made it through, to be honest. That was a lot closer than I thought. I put myself on the sand a little bit, but I was like, I'll give it a shot. I had nothing to lose, really, so... What a kill, Yari. I think I did later on, actually. Corkscrew's pain. We actually have a nice little group going back here. Take this place in all cars. Well, both went quite deep here. Terra went a bit deep as well behind. The downhill left? Oh, I forget what it's called also. And lovely second gear pull, I put fourth gear instead, so I didn't press the brake at all. You two having a good little battle here, though. I nearly went in. Here I did go a little. I went in a little deep, and I was like, uh-oh. So I kept locking the front left. It was the... Oh, shit. I don't know why the front left specifically, but there's always that bloody front left. Called turn 6. No, it's called the rainy curve. At least when this, according to Kunos. Maybe they changed it nowadays. Unless he's on about... Yeah, the corner after the corkscrew. Yeah. I was looking at the wrong corner, yeah. Yeah, some of these odds is called, yeah, turn 11. Amazing corner name. Oh yeah, turn 1. This counts as turn 1? I guess it's a bit more... Well, actually, the naming for turn 1's gone away before you actually get into the corner. Like this, I could justify. This? Not really. Oh, fuck's sakes. Damn it. Wait, what happened to... I went way wide here. Oh, I just couldn't catch it and spun. Defo cornering that jet car. What the, like, Renault? Like the one we run in SRS a while ago? Or are you on about a different car? Okay, let's see. Oh yeah, the 12 Volante, yeah. That car was pretty unique, actually. Wasn't the best handling, but it was a 50s car, so... It was unique, though. Yeah. Okay, yeah. I guess that was more. On the Mateo. But fine. I actually recovered. Well, I kind of bogged at the start, but I got a nice 360 out of that. What was worse, though, is what came later. You thought that was bad. You're not ready. For the war crimes I'm about to commit. Oh, Phil went deep there, into the sand. Did a great job to catch up to these guys. Oh, wait, I think there was some more beeping. Not really. I kind of got a bit wide there, but yeah, I caught up to these guys. And here you go. Lock that front left again. Hit Yari. Hit Hanu. Spun the both of us out. Murder. And then he waited for me. So I was like, I don't know how the signal took to go. Didn't matter though, because I was not paying attention and absolutely blew the corkscrew. So then he got the position back. That was basically it, really. Yeah, no, not Lupertonic in you. Man is chronically unlucky. Bang yourself, that was bad. I just posted my 1 hour video saying no. Two people has it's going pretty well. I mean, ignoring my performances tonight so far, pretty well. We're steadily growing. I was a bit confused what happened. I was sideways on the track, so I just waited. I don't know what to look at. Anyone have any highlights they want to shout out? Oh, I guess you two were going at it a bit. Yeah, let's see. Miko and I had a bout in the first 2 laps if you want to look at it later. Okay. Well, the server for the Estonians is up, so we'll quickly skim through a bit more highlights. The server's almost full. Albeit that is kind of because the server is set to 12 people. So... But, I mean, yeah, it's still great, you know. We've only grown since the beginning. Oh, big slide. Set it to 24 next time. Like we're gonna fill 24 slots anytime soon. He backed out. He didn't want to risk it. He wasn't feeling a bit fruity like I was on the first lap. Something happened though, because he lost a lot of time at some point. Oh! Yeah, he blew it again. So did Mateo, kind of, but he recovered a lot better. Okay, went out into the sand. We're in a worse break-in performance competition, I can tell. Yeah, break-in in this car is not easy. Oh. Oh no. They have been really hard in this car. A lot of corners were pretty tricky in this car, to be honest. Oh, it's into the sand. Oh no. Just, I guess, over-rotation on the curb. Can't quite break the brake marker at the start. It's a bit earlier. Yeah, it's a bit of an awkward braking point, but once you kind of figure out, it's not too bad. I'll go back quickly, because I think that's pretty much... I guess we'll take a look at... how start... Oh, yeah! I guess you did get a pretty good start. The 4-second moment, yeah. You did get a pretty good start, though, because you started basically sort of in the mid-pack. You were much further ahead. A bit too quick. Yari did not get a good start. He's sunk quite a bit there. That's unlucky. Nice and cautious on that braking, but that's going to pay dividends, it seems. Big stack up into the corner. Roman parking the bus. Past Matteo. He's going to get past Mattia also. Not quite. Matteo sending it. Does he make it stick? No. Around the outside. And the outside. Nice. Ooh, it's close. At the top of the hill. Bit of a stall there, but I think everyone was kind of struggling with the corkscrew a bit that first lap. See the nose in this car, not like the car, like, yeah. He went. Oh, went deep. Gave it up to Miko. Oh, nearly tripped over him then on the exit. It's just parking on the apex. Love it. Big old run here, though. Around the outside. Oh, that's close. No no contact, though. Good stuff. And then I guess that was that. Alright, 100 kilograms to the next race, right? Winning too much. I kid. Oh yeah, the other server is up, by the way. I need to ping myself. Do I get double points if I set the 100 kilogram ballast? No. You just get 100 kilograms. Take it or leave it. I guess that could be a funny thing, though. It's like maybe rewarding bonus points to people who make the most passes, and then just have all the fast guys start from the back and then crash. Yeah, we had talked a little bit about oh god, my brain is going on me. Success ballast before, and I think people were generally in favor of it. Just that it kind of blanked my memory when I was setting up this season. And it is generally a bit of extra admin work that needs to be done. Not very complicated, but it is something to keep in mind. Rubber banding would get a ton of passes. Oh yeah. Well, I don't mean like taking it from like the amount of overtakes they make. I mean like, say going from like first to or last to first, essentially. Like your net position gain over the race, right? So, because otherwise you could literally just be like 2 cars at the back and just overtake each other constantly. But that's not really racing. It'd be like saying, you know, if you go from like last to first, then that'd be like, yeah, okay. This is the hypothetical. So when he said about double points, it reminded me of a thing IndyCar did once. They did it once because it didn't end very well. But they did a special promotion for the 2011 season finale at Las Vegas, I think it was. Las Vegas or Texas, I don't remember. And the idea was that the driver had to start from the back of the field and win the race. And if they did that, they'd win like, it's like $1 million or something like that. It was a lot of money. It was in the millions. If it was 1, I have 5 in my head, but 5 seems a little much. It could have been 5 million though. But yeah, the guy it was like backed by like one of the like sponsors. But yeah, you had to start from the back and win to pass all like 28 cars or whatever in the race. And well, that was the challenge that Dan Weldon took on, and unfortunately, that was also the race that took his life, so whoops, that didn't quite go so well. The idea wasn't, it wasn't anything wrong with the idea in of itself. That was more of just a general IndyCar safety problem at the time. You know, who would have thought trying to encourage pack racing and open wheelers was going to end well? Sure, I put on some spectacular races, but safety-wise, absolute nightmare. Especially at, like, obviously the speeds Indy cars can reach. We can overtake into this corner. I was way too early on the brakes there. Oh, I didn't slow down early enough. Washing away. On a brighter note, though, talking of, like, ballast and balancing and BOP and stuff, I actually did have a thought, right? So obviously we all know AC's methods of BOPing. You've got your ballast and you've got your restrictor. I don't really like the restrictor because I still don't really fully understand how it works. It doesn't seem to have a consistent I mean, I get theoretically what it's probably doing, but it doesn't really seem to yield consistent results. So at least in terms of AC conventional BOP, that just leaves me with Ballast. And Ballast is decent and all, but it's also not the perfect solution. But I had a thought about it. And actually, technically speaking, because we have control over everything, there's actually a lot more we can play around with in terms of BOP. Because, you know, we can obviously, like, restrict parts of the setup on cars. We can obviously control what tire compounds cars can have. So, you know, who knows? Maybe, like, a faster car can't have access to softer tire compounds. Which, say, in, like, a sprint race would be a disadvantage. Say, if you were stuck on the hard tires, you couldn't access, like, the mediums or the softs. That would slow you down and wouldn't really provide you a net benefit. So yeah, thinking about it, there is quite a lot of things we can play with in terms of trying to equalize cars. What would be the best way to figure those out, though? I have no idea. But I guess it's something we can figure out when we want to do some proper BOPs. It's just kind of a bit of a thought, really. But, you know, there are a lot of things we can tweak to try and give more balancing options. Lito on the last episode, you know, some random dude. I think it was just some random guy. Which I'm not surprised about, because it was base content. Also, no surprise that he didn't stick around. He probably saw the lap times in qualifying, and he was like, yeah, nah, I'm out. There might be someone that I... Yeah, there is a non-zero chance that it's someone that... Oh, go with the bump and run. It's a bit late of the bump for the straight. Just enough to give me a bit of overspeed into the corner. Sneaky bastard. Yeah, it could have been someone that I know and have some correspondence with, but I don't know. At the same time, like, I never found out from the Ginettas. I never found out who Michael Shoemaker was. Did he pin? I guess he did pin. That could have been someone that I knew. Could have not been. But they only appeared for one race and never again, so... At least they did the full race, and they were pretty decent. You know, they got a podium. Wheel on the go. I should get, like, a proper... Keep forgetting to do it, but I should actually look into getting, like, a welcome message thingy-bob set up. Of some basic description. Honestly, there are a few, I mean, as I've been talking about for the past couple of weeks, there are things I want to do, but have been other things that have gotten in the way, shall we say. Which I'll touch on at some point, probably after the race. A couple of bits. God, I am slow. The capital S. Putting the wheel in the gravel there is not helping me. Driving too high again. I've forgotten. Where is the shift point on this car again? I haven't really been paying too much attention to my driving at the moment. My brain is lost in thought. Yeah, I do it by sound. Oh. Take it at about 6,000, then I guess it probably would do better. I don't know. I remember playing around with that at Arvanisto, but I kind of did it by, like, speed and feeling, but I don't really remember the reference points that I was using to really mark that out last time. I just kind of knew where I needed to be when. Okay, but 6,000 does seem to be an improvement. Oh yeah, up to 4. It's much better. I need 6 temps off. Okay. That's put me from being in the doldrums to actually in the mix. May not be the exact point to go, but then again, why do I need to break out the habit now? But yeah, thanks for pointing that out, otherwise I probably wouldn't have noticed. Trying to keep the traction through there. Shifted to 6,200. Okay. I'll just do it at 6,000. It's easier than trying to see the tiny little needles. Full power above 5,000. Okay. Green lights in my head are like 5,000 6,000, so I shift then. Okay. So yeah, doing it at about 6,000 is about right. It's good to know. And that didn't count. Unless it was identical. Did I do 2 identical maps? I don't think I did, right? No, I didn't. That map just didn't count. Good to know. Cool. Qualifying time. And with much better pace. And way too much fuel. I don't think it'll matter too much, but, you know. Shaves off a couple of kilograms. Actually, if anything in this car, it might matter more, because it weighs basically nothing. It's a slicker on wheels, essentially. Yeah, leave it alone. Keep it in port through this corner. Keep going down to third, but I shouldn't do that. So it's screwing me over. Ooh, I'm in the fucking sand. Like an idiot. I might not have worked that too badly, though. Still pulling over? I guess he is. Thank you. Didn't have to, but... thank you nonetheless. Alright, let's see what she's got. I have no idea where my braking point is for this corner. I'm gonna have to guess. I don't think that was quite it, but... it'll have to do. Woof. Much oversteer there. Snapping around like a motherfucker. Fortunately second. I'll take that. I'll probably drop, but still a decent marker to put down. Especially because I feel like I could probably improve on that lap. We'll see if that's true or not, but... I was a bit better out of there. A bit early there. Kind of worked though. I mean, I'm 5. And how that puts me in relation to Pole, though. Oh, not far off, actually. Just under a 10th. It's pretty good. Improve that little bit more, though. Let's see. Not sure, but I'm gonna roll with it. Let's see what we get, anyways. The pits. Ah, it wasn't. Went there. That was actually a lot slower. At least I'm still second place at the moment. More people to finish up their laps, though. Can I change the brake bias on the fly? No, I can't. I don't want to risk changing it, though. I think I'm relatively happy with what I have. Should be enough fuel as well, I think. Ah, Mika pipped the both of us to take the pole. Bugger. Still third place. That's better than I was expecting, so I will happily take that. Ugh. Absolutely nail this start here. Whereas I am going to be toast off the line. Too bad. Still getting a great jump on Mattia, though. Mattia got a really poor start. Mattia seems like he is to my inside. Just catching the lick of slipstream of the Miko down here. I don't think it's really doing much, but who knows. Oh, bit wishy-washy through there. So close to the front too. Near that. Oh, those two fighting out pretty hard up ahead. Oh, touching a bit there. It seemed a bit laggy though. Fortunate, but happens. Great run through there. Slipstream Miko here. Gonna run on him, but I'm running out of speed. We're all over each other. Roman's got a great run around the outside. Kind of boxed in though, but those two have the advantage. Pretty close stuff at the moment. Or not. I give him a bit of a push down this straight though, because I'm going to get some great slipstream. Seems not. I might be able to give him a little bit of a nudge at the end here. Whoop. Some great run through there. Well, big wobble on the exit. Roman didn't get a great run out to either though. Put me back in his slipstream range. Balance in this car through these corners. I'm not really quite sure on the line for that corner. It feels like an oval turn, so I kind of want to run oval line for it, but it never really seems to quite work the way I want it to. Same with this corner, really. Oh, Ramon's proper sideways there. Nico was a bit sideways as well. No slipstream help this time around. Unfortunate. He doesn't have slipstream help ahead though either. Try cranking the brake bias back a little bit more, just a tiny bit. And pushing a bit on some of these harder braking turns. It's not helping me out, really. It's a bit late. A bit too deep into there. It's cost me big time. There's no traction. Mateo is making a charge behind. Oh, that's a much better run through there. On the absolute limit. Watch that. Sort of spread out a bit more at the front. At least in terms of the top three. Nico is pulling away. Ramon's pulling away ever so slightly for me, but I have seemed to pull a nice gap on Mateo, so it's at least a positive. He's kind of catching up on me a bit there, but I think he made a mistake somewhere that I obviously didn't see. There's a little bit of sand. It's not ideal, but I didn't lose too much from that, so not the end of the world either. Just really struggling to find the grip through there. Bad for that last turn. Ron is putting in some pretty strong laps to try and catch up to Miko. Not much longer left though, so whether or not he can do it is gonna be tough. He is within a second, so plausible. Some time into still about 3 laps left of this race. Oh, that was a complete hodgepodge there. Did not want to do that. Hey. I think this will be the final lap though, so it is actually lying a bit. However, he has fallen more than a second behind Miko, so I think this is probably, unless some incident happens, I think this is probably how the positions are going to run to the finish. So we are relatively spread out at the moment, but obviously we do have that reverse grid race after, which is likely going to throw a huge spanner into the mix. Because it seems like there's pretty good pace all around here. It's just that obviously we all spread out quite a bit at the beginning, and we're all sort of running equal pace. So I think race 2 is going to be pretty damn exciting. And race 1 was pretty decent, at least at the beginning, and then we sort of started spreading out more. So hopefully race 2 can keep that up all the way through. We'll see though. Definitely want to try tweaking my brake bias slightly. Could be a risky move, but I think it should help. I think, touch wood, that it will actually help and not hinder me. Because at the moment, yeah, I'm braking a bit too straight for my liking. I don't think it will help me to close the gap I need to necessarily for the guys up front, but it should help buy me a couple of extra attempts here and there, which I think will be absolutely precious. In trying to secure a decent spot. Put it back to about 56. I think that should do me pretty well. 8 laps. Not a lot. Maybe try dropping down to 4 liters. That should still be fine. Cool. Now we go again from the beginning. Oh, Mattia had no start lights. I wonder what causes that. I don't think I've ever had that. No, I said I'm probably going to get it, but I don't... It seems to happen to people sometimes, and I've never really understood why. I'm a betrayer? How am I a betrayer? Eh? Side. Lift it up a bit much here though, so I'm not going to get any run. Miko wants to try and... I have no slipstream at the moment though. Try and tuck in a bit for Nihal's slipstream. I have no idea where Miko is though. Ooh. Well, that went well. I have to look on the replay, but I was pretty boxed in there. I don't know if there was much I could have done. Maybe you could have left a bit more space on the inside, but then I risked running into Matteo. Hopefully these guys will fight enough that I will be able to just catch up. Who knows? Otherwise it might be a bit of a quiet race back here. That sucks, though. Better. Ooh, got a little wheel on the grass, but I allow it to carry a bit more speed through there. Car got a bit more freed up, which is good. I can see them in the distance. We're gonna try and catch up, whether or not I can or not, in the short time frame we have. I don't know. It's gonna be hard, but they all still seem to be relatively close, which is good. Great. hour and 30s, but I'm not really setting the world alight with my pace. Obviously, because this car's quite slow, closing up time is pretty tricky. It's only, what, like 7, according to that, 7 laps. And I have to close up, you know, about like 7-8 seconds. I need to be pulling, well, about a second a lap on the field. Which I don't really think I'm gonna be doing. If I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna keep going though, because you never know what will happen. Somebody else could get into an incident, and that would be an extra place for me. Not that I don't think I'm really in the championship picture, but you know. You can't be in the game if you don't play, sort of thing. And this is a reasonably fun combo anyways. I do like driving this. So. Oh, cat there. That's actually slower there. Ugh. Yeah, I am about 8 seconds back off the field. Not ideal. Mika hasn't really gone anywhere in this race. Still back in 6th place right now. Well, I was about a second faster than those guys at the back, but I need more than that. I think if I want to catch them. Yeah, there's only 5 minutes left. I'm still about 7 seconds back. That was a bit close on the edge. Kept it in just about. Mika's got past Yari. If Yari ran into a spot of bother. Second faster on Yari, but again, I need a little more. I need more jeopardy up ahead to really be able to get into any kind of a fight here, I think. Yeah, there's the one downside of racing slower cars is that obviously, because they are slower, it's a lot harder to make up that time if you lose it. I can see them there. Which is kind of the painful thing about it. Like, everyone's still pretty close, all things considered. I am just not quite able to get within reach to do anything. To close the distance so much slower. Harder to get those big runs you can get in faster cars. Also less likely for people to make mistakes that cost them huge amounts of time. That does mean, like, when shit like this happens, you do kind of get left out on a bit of an island on your own. You could have a 28, that's pretty crazy. Yeah, I have a 31 though. I'm pulling him in again. I don't think I'm gonna get him, but you never know. Seems like at the very least everyone else probably had a interesting enough race. Again, the field is still pretty close. Looking at it, it's just I'm the anomaly here. Unfortunately, I'm the only perspective you're getting until the replays. But it is what it is. Yeah, it does seem really close for the lead. And for third place, I think? Need to look where I'm going now. It does seem like there's a couple of cars pretty much side by side, I think, for third place. Well, they're not anymore, but they are still. Good stuff. Should be the final lap, I think, though. Maybe not. Oh, yellow flag. Somebody's gone off. Oh, it's Matteo. Mateo's gone way off. I think he's probably get back up to speed again before I can really catch him. I think he got in the dirt again there a bit, which, oh my god, or is he misshift maybe? He is going real slow. I don't know. Seems maybe like a hardware issue there. That's unfortunate if that is the case. He is losing lots of time. Seems to be pretty much slowing to a crawl, if not stopping entirely. But wow, that front group is even closer now. He's, according to the thing, he's... That's not right. I think he has stopped on track, so real time's kind of bugging out. Either that, or he's escaped the track premises and he's already on a plane home. Oh yeah, maybe. Maybe just felt bad about me being lost. Yeah, quit the race in pity. Something happened with your gearbox. Figured. That's unlucky though. Back to lurking. Yeah, I don't know what happened at the start, that we'll see. But I think I was caught between a rock and a hard place. So it was just terrible luck. I don't think there was much... I mean, again, we'll see on the replay, but I don't think there was much that really could have been done. Oh, shit. That probably wasn't the button I wanted. I'll take the podium in the first race, though. That was decent enough. Okay, that was the wrong one. Holy mother, what a move. Well, I guess we'll see that in a bit. You haven't told me why I'm a traitor, though. Or a betrayer. Content manager is doing things. Okay. Okay, I think we're good. Okay. How did I betray you? Because you tried to pass the race one after I thought we were bump drafting. I tried for a bit, and then I was like, eh. Okay, I really need to go and use the restroom. So, I will quickly... No on our monk drafters, yeah. I'll quickly leave, and then we'll zoom through this replay. Or both replays. So, 2 seconds. Okay. We are back. Let me rewind this back to the beginning. Actually go through this. I was pretty happy to start third. Didn't get the best of starts, but didn't lose any positions, so not the end of the world. Plus these two fighting allowed me to get up in the mix a bit more. Them two side by side for a lot of this. Somehow not going off or not touching. Oh, hang on. I think though that was a bit of a lag touch. I think. Yeah. Oh, it might have actually been a touch. I don't know. Oh yeah, I think actually that was a touch. Yeah. Both just kind of went into the same race line. GDN didn't expect big car on his move. So as I went for it, might as well go for the second, fourth, sixth, and reverse weren't available for some reason, but after a good shake, they were available again. Well, sixth, this car doesn't have a sixth, so that's fine. But second and fourth, yeah, that's half your gearbox gone there. Just, yeah. Ramon didn't get a good run out of there, which allowed me to kind of follow Miko. This little slipstream train. Kind of ran out of base, nowhere to go. The shake all the kids went into the correct place again, yeah. Yeah, those two sort of slipstreamed ahead a bit. And I tried to swing through, had a great run in, but had nowhere to take it. Kind of had to duck out. If you could just swap paddles mid-race and it's... yeah. Don't know what I was really trying here on the outside. Didn't really do anything. I guess I was maybe trying to hope to compromise his exit. Thought we were going to have a bit of a crash here, but 6K2 advantage of you. Did the Estonia-3 has... Actually, I think Estonia-3 was post-Soviet, so I guess that checks out. But actually, no. I think they only had 5 gears. Thinking about it. Thought I had 6, but I don't think it did. Little cheeky bump there. Didn't quite get connected. But that was, hard to get enough of a run to even get a bump draft going in this car. I don't think much else really happened in this first race up here, though, because kind of started spreading out a bit more. Here, yeah, I knew I wasn't going to get anywhere close to actually make a bump. So I was like, I'll just try and size up some kind of a move. That didn't really go anywhere, I don't think. Oh, no, it did up here, actually, I guess. Yeah, sold the dummy a bit. But then he outbraked me into the corner anyway, so it didn't matter. Turn the Argentinian embassy once again. Hey, well, according to this, you're Italian. Oh, that was... Oh, dipped a wheel in the sand there. Break into that corner I was very good at for some reason. Yeah, I think for me, I probably braked a bit earlier than I did, because I was obviously offline. And I didn't... Last thing I'd want to do is to, like, fucking... ballistic missile you into the corner by braking too late. Like I did in the Lotuses. In close checks, where to brake every corner, where to turn on every corner again. Yeah, it's one of those tracks where it's kind of tricky to find your markers, but once you find them, they are... it comes together quite nicely. But it's still quite a... I think having the lack of markers and reference points opens things up a lot more to interpretation, which I think makes things a bit more interesting. People are more likely to make mistakes, right? You know, so a couple of these corners are quite awkward, so it's more likely that people will mess it up. I don't know how much else there is to look at in this race. Take a look from, I guess, Mihal's point of view, at least at the beginning, because I think he is at the back, yeah. Yeah, Mattia didn't have the light, so he... Well, a little touch there between him and Phil. Was unlucky. They scuppered the starts of both of them. Could start again, though, from Mihal. Get through everyone else. As using sort of skid marks in that corner, you tried to pass me, they seemed to work, but I think there's CSP or something as a brake marker. I think... Oh, I don't know. Up the inside here. Shoot back to Phil. Yeah, the grid was pretty close in this race, all things considered. In both races, really. Well, great move from Phil up the inside there. Saw the opportunity and he took it. Race 2, I thought I had Tiger Effect around you. Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to see. I don't even really know. I knew I was in a bit of a sandwich, and then the next thing I knew, I was facing the wrong way, and I was like, ah, shit. Yeah, gets a nice slipstream. Back through, though. Bill gets a little on the sand, but he holds on. Oh, Miha very deep there. Puts those two back, side by side. Does win out, though, into the final turn. see what else happens. Anything? Miha's starting to pull away a bit. Oh, Phil makes a bit of a mistake somewhere, I guess. But you got a bit too wide there. That allows Mattia to close up. Does Mattia do anything? He's gonna try. Will they actually close up again? Miha must have made a mistake, but they spread up again. He makes a nice move on the slipstream. Not quite clear though. Phil comes back. And gets it back as well. Pretty decent stuff. Don't have Java names on, forgot the key, and I have too much on the screen anyway, but it sounds like I can tell who's in the Estonia liveries alone. Yeah. Yeah, I made sure all the, if people have just, generic liveries, I made sure they are, consistent across every race. Well, for the Estonias, I literally just use the same entry list for every race. It's just a copy-paste of the same one. For the Laguna Seca one, it's obviously a bit more complicated, but the same thing still applies. The generic liveries are just always assigned to the same person. I think that's basically it for race 1. Race 2 time. Let's see what happened. Okay. Cool, starting from capture of the yellow livery. Yeah, I think because he joined late, he didn't put down any liveries. Because I guess he probably didn't get around to make him one. So I just gave him the first generic open slot that was available. Okay, so what happens here? Let's see. So I'm kind of trying to find my place here. Taking the slipstream from Miha. Pretty wide. That's a tricky one. I mean, it's just a racing incident. Just kind of met up. Fuck. Clicked the wrong fucking button. God damn it. Keep doing that. I swear every live stream I click the stop button at least once when going through the replay. I mean, he had a little bit of extra space, but again, it's kind of a rock and a hard place type situation. Had I gone further outwards, I would have probably crashed into Matteo. Had I been where I was, I crashed into Mika. It's kind of a... had I have backed out of it, I would have crashed into you. There's still, even before the curb, there's still a bit of space. Of course, it's not the easiest to make use of it, but I mean, it's just one of those things that happens. I was pretty much boxed in on all sides, so it was basically just stick the car somewhere and hope for the best. And that was it wasn't the right place. Because as I said, yeah, had I have obviously doing what I did, I hit Miko. If I would have gone wider, probably would have hit Matteo, and if I would have backed out, whammy into yourself. Yeah, Matteo's fault clearly. Yeah, obviously. No, I think it's clearly your fault, because you're at the front of this train. You're holding everyone up, see? 2 kills on me in 3 races. I mean, our incident in the Lotus paled in comparison to me murdering Hanu and Yari later on. Because at least we were still in the fight after that. After that one, I was out of it. Nice little move there, though. But from what I saw on the minimap, well, that's bold. Going for an absolute send up the inside. Yari spotted and needed some space. That's very lucky, though. Bit of a love tap from behind, I guess. Because, yeah, they all... I think, yeah, Miko checked up a bit. Lucky that didn't end in anything more. But I guess I did put you two on the back foot. Great netcode. Yeah. Unlike iRacing. Yeah, I guess at least people aren't blipping in and out of existence here. Gotta love. I think Crash is probably 250-ish ping. Yeah. I think like 250 odd ping is probably about the maximum I'd say that's like okay. When you start getting beyond that, you start getting into dodgy territory. It can be a bit dodgy, obviously, still as it is, but it's generally okay. But much higher than that, it's like it gets a bit eek. Ooh, a bit of a dive there with nowhere to go. I know because I used to have really bad internet, like really, really bad internet. I was and I was also I had internet that wasn't very quick. I was really far away from the router, and I was running off of Wi-Fi because I didn't have a cable running to my computer, which meant I was getting about a whopping like. It was like a whopping, like, 0.5 megabits a second, at best. And I was frequently going between, like, 500 to, like, 1,000 ping to servers. It was a running joke for a while that my internet was just absolutely useless. For playing any kind of, like, competitive game on. Run here though. Up past. Anyhow, tries to come back. Does he get it done? No, he doesn't. He cedes. I'm guessing you're going to continue on your march forwards. Catching up to Phil. Try and go for a lunge here. I feel kind of just let the door open. I guess you probably would have barged in anyway, so it was the fair play. He does try and come back here, but you cover him off nicely. He doesn't really have anywhere to go. Ends up seeding. The hunt for Mattia. Let's see. Running down slowly but surely. Covers off that inside. Whoop. Had a little tap, maybe. Nothing really came of it, though. Oh. Alright. I see what he means. that was a send and a half. Full commitment. I think that really was a bit of a lick the stamp and pray move. Messed up the last corner. You mean the corner before? Oh, the race was over. Okay. I was like, what's he doing? I mean, you did, but I don't think you could tell me that was calculated, that it was guaranteed to make it. It was one of those Hail Mary moves. You kind of just pray it works. Because also, not only are you relying on you getting it stopped, but you're also relying on him seeing and appropriately reacting to the move. Because if he didn't see it, he could have just taken the racing line and wham. Let's see, I guess he did. Oh yeah. Yeah, you were... He had a lot more speed than you out of this corner, which put him in prime position to get through. I want to see what happened back. Yeah, Mateo... I wonder what happened to Yari and Mateo. I guess he kind of spread out a bit. Jump forward. Miko trying to cut his way through. Into a bit of a battle with Yari. Sending it out the inside didn't quite work. Well, Mateo coming through. Didn't quite get anything out of it. Good little battling going on here, though. Not giving up. Or 3 wide into here. Not quite. Almost. That worked out well for Yari, though. He's able to get a nice run through and slot back into the head of this little group. Oh, Mateo with a bit of a send on the inside there. Actually, it wasn't even really. It was just Miko was a bit slow. Again, slipstream run. Mateo follows him through. Oh, Mario crack him run out though. Does he go anywhere with it? No. What he does, he gets back past Mateo. Those two going at it. Where does it all go wrong though? Let's see. Because I was relatively close to him at the end. I think must have had an incident somewhere. Oh, that'd do it. Just a bit of a miscalculation there. Ooh. Whammy. Load him up big time. Not as bad as I thought it would have been, though. Let's see, where does it go wrong for Mateo, though? Obviously, his gearbox gave out on him. Has it already gone? He's just... Okay, no. Oh! Well, that certainly wouldn't help. Oh, that curb bounce was unlucky. You're running those gears out though. Oh, and that's where it went all wrong. Yep, no gear. Box full of neutrals. That's unlucky. Been struggling before then. Now it's working again. Typical way. You basically did this whole lap in like second and third. Oh no, you did go in fourth. Okay. Yeah, it's typical, isn't it? It's always how these fucking things work. It's like, oh, it's broken, and then as soon as you... The thing that's finished that you needed it for... It's like, now it works. Because fuck you. Well, that didn't quite go the way I was hoping in the races. I at least had a fun race in the first the beginning of the Lotus race and the first Estonia race was a decent bit of fun. Proof that I wasn't completely washed tonight. Just mostly. Yeah. But yeah, so I guess a relatively sizable piece of news. Came with no expectations left. Very nice. I mean, I don't go in with very high expectations, but I go in with at least the expectation that I don't make a complete tit out of everything. And well, I kind of did. Wrecked in 2 of the 3 races. Left pretty much at the back of the grid. With no real hopes of going forward. Not ideal. Especially because obviously I am the recorded perspective. I'd like to put on a bit of a show for people. But it is what it is. Not gonna be on the ball every night. But yeah, so as I was getting at, so a relatively sizable, but also not sizable announcement. Because I don't really know how much is gonna change things, but I guess to cut to the chase. I'm trying to think of the right way to word this without it sounding like really bad. Because, but essentially, my current work, or okay, so I guess literally I am being outsourced. But by that I don't mean that I am being replaced by an outsourcing company. I mean as in literally I am being moved to an outsourcing company, which is kind of changed my prospects and outlook on things quite a bit. I'm still kind of trying to figure things out. Well, obviously, I only found out Monday. But it's kind of pushed me to take a bit of a step back and think, what do I want with my career going forwards? Will I have to move to India? No. At least not yet. I will still be based in the UK. Albeit I will be working for an Indian company, technically. Will it change? No. So, short term, literally nothing changes. But, it kind of hits on a more kind of personal note, I guess. Because, obviously, one of the big reasons I stuck with this company that I've been with for the past 6.5 years now. I mean, obviously, it's the first company I've ever worked for, and I started as an apprentice and I worked my way up the chain, and the main reason I was staying there was because it was stable employment, right? And obviously now that I own a house and whatnot, I need to bring in money. Some kind of money to pay all the bills and stuff. So I was like, I'm just gonna stick with what's stable. Now the paradigm has kind of shifted, where it's like, they're promising us stability for a job at least for the next year, essentially. But obviously things are gonna start changing, and that's kind of gotten me thinking about, if now's the time for big change, Or if there's any time to make a big change to my career, it's going to be now. What that actually means, I have no fucking clue. But one of the potential avenues that I do want to explore is potentially, obviously this is probably the most radical idea, but potentially finding a way to be effectively self-employed. I don't know how that's going to work, what it's going to look like. But that's something I would like to explore a little bit. My current job, so I am a software developer, and I still will be a software developer. Yeah, it's going to be really weird, because I'm effectively going to be doing exactly the same shit, just under a different payroll. And there is every chance that everything could just stay the same, and I am effectively just working the same job I have been for the past 6.5 years, just with a different person footing the bill. And this move, alternatively, this move could also open some really amazing opportunities for me to go and work elsewhere, maybe in different countries, maybe on cool things like, I guess to give a small hint, they do have a Formula E team they own. Maybe I could end up helping out there. I don't know. It's... Yeah, I don't know. But it has kind of... It's a bit of... It's one of those moments in your life. I'm sure everyone's probably ran into them, where you kind of step back and think, what am I actually doing with my life? So it's like, full-time YouTuber? Hell yeah. I mean, Kid Me would... that was Kid Me's aspiration at one point in time. Back when I made my whopping £1 off of ad revenue. But yeah, it's like... being kind of self-employed, I guess, in a way, has been kind of a sort of aspiration of mine. Something I'd like to try one of these days, but it's like, is this the right time? I don't know. Probably not, but, chances are I probably will still be working at, some company, but, I've got, a year, and so I do want to take this year to explore different things. See what's out there. Who knows? As I said, I might really like the new company and the opportunities that I get. Go to the US to make an oval Stockcast series. I wish. I'll then get cussed out by NASCAR on a weekly basis because they hate any kind of competition. None of us know anything about Formula E. Well, too bad. Guess you'll never know. But it's like, yeah, so what does this mean for this? Well, at the moment, nothing. If anything, it means good things, because I'm probably more likely to actually get my arse in gear and get work done on this. To try and make it into something that is not necessarily something that's going to turn me around a load of money, because that was never really the goal, but to make it something that's more complete. And more to where I want it to be. I want to... It's definitely a time to invest in myself more. And try and really kind of figure out what I want to do, where I want to be. Sort of deal. But I guess it's just kind of, in general, like I said, doesn't really mean anything in the short term, but kind of just a bit of a forewarning, I guess. And if I start doing some really random shit, Because, yeah, who knows? But it's like, yeah, I mean... Of course, the dream would be to, as I said, to pretty much make money all off my own back, or make my living all off my own back, but realistically, that's probably not going to happen. But I'll probably look into some ways. Ways that are more consistent than being a full-time YouTuber, at least. I think, yeah, I'll probably start dabbling in some more projects and stuff on the side. Probably try and get some more actual output going. Because, like, outside of work, I haven't really been doing a lot of, like, productive things. You know, there's a lot of stuff I want to do, I just never really do it. But now's probably the best time to go, fuck it, do it. And see where things go. Car washing in slow-mo. I'm not any good at washing cars, so... I cleaned mine at the weekend, didn't really do it. I mean, it looks clean at a distance. When you get closer, you can see some imperfections. Is there a chat after the stream tonight? Yeah. I've got nothing planned after the stream. But I just thought it was worth kind of getting that out there. Because obviously it's kind of something that's taken up a lot of mental capacity over the past couple of days. Like, in the short term, nothing's really gonna change, I don't think. But, yeah, longer term things probably will. So... No real, like, changes planned for this, though. Running all of this stuff, obviously, isn't very hard. At least at the moment. It can be made a lot easier, but it isn't incredibly hard. And also, I do still have the server and the domain for, like, a while. I think I registered the domain for like 5 years, so because it was cheap. I have the server, I think, for a year, but it wasn't that expensive, so it won't cost me much to redo it. And if everything goes horribly wrong, I do have some savings, so I'm not just gonna like instantly become homeless if everything goes wrong and I end up with nothing. Hopefully it doesn't come to that, but you never know. I might be like, yeah, I'm gonna do this, and then it fails. Yeah, I don't really know what the grand point was that I really wanted to make with this, but as I said, yeah, I kind of wanted to get out there because it's something in my head a lot tonight, or a lot, probably for the next few weeks, maybe even months, so. If I seem a bit withdrawn at times, that might be why. Coming up with some mad scientist scheme to make $1 billion. But, yeah. In general, though, speaking of, like, community racing system stuff, it's pretty great to see a steady upturn in participation as well. You know, it's great to see more people showing up on a week-by-week basis. Obviously, we've still got a lot to go, a long way to go on things, and we can still grow a lot more. But, it's positive signs. Positive signs. I'm happy to see it. Of course, I'll probably keep racing until it's literally just me poodling around the track on my own, but... you know, the more people that get involved in this is giving me more ammunition to keep it going and to prove that it wasn't a bad idea to do it. Not that I regret doing it in any way, shape, or form. As I said beforehand, you know, I'd be more pissed at myself if I didn't try. I'd rather try and have it fail horribly than to not try. Community racing system season 97, no community. Me versus bots. See, but what if I replace myself with a bot as well? Then we're getting meta. I just commentate over bot racing. The future. Age of Clank. Old man yelling at... Do you think there'll be a point in time where people start, like... where, like, clanker gets genuinely accepted as, like, a slur and you get shunned in public for saying it? Like, in, like, 20 years' time, somebody's gonna find this stream, hear me say it, and just get, like, cancel me. Even ignoring the context of it at all. They're just gonna cancel me outright. They're like, nuh-uh. This man, he said the word with the hard R. Get him out of here. Twitch's most viewed AC stream is still one of those 24/7 bot races. Lose all your 139 subscribers. Is it? I didn't actually know that. Let's take a quick peek. I don't really look at Twitch much nowadays, though. Well, hardly at all, really. Because it's just a mess.
No.
Okay, I need to... Let's see. US hide it low. Put on to my race of AI voiceover and AI waifus. Huh. At the moment, from what I am seeing... I might be blind, but I'm not seeing the one you were referencing. Actually, no, it might be this one.
What is happening, guys?
Oh no, it's just some random guy. Maybe they finally stopped that stream. It's like 3 different channels now. Ah, okay. Some guy on here not even playing AC, he's playing like fucking Fortnite. Amazing. Not many people really streaming AC, actually. At the moment, at least. 204 people total watching. But I mean, if people can make it entertaining, then fair enough, I guess. I don't know. How that was Julicios WSS Mattia raced some of those. Ah. You just... I guess you mean the, like, stream that I clicked on. Where the guy just spoke for, like, 2 seconds. Yeah, I don't know why. I muted the audio, but Twitch is like, nah, fuck you. We're gonna play audio. Bastards. Scandalous lies. I never raced on WSS. Yeah, you see, what you guys didn't see, actually, is when you signed up, you actually signed an exclusivity clause to only race for me. No, I kid. In case anybody takes that seriously. Probably should get out and do some more. Didn't you hear I'm signing up for LFM Master Mixer rookies? No. Not the mortal enemy. Should probably put myself out there a bit more and do some more AC stuff here and there, but honestly, I haven't been sim racing much in general. Community racing system killer. But then again, that's kind of been that way for the past... Oh. I'm me a potato sometimes. You sure you're not just covering for Mattia there? So I don't banish him for voiding the exclusivity agreement. No. I probably should at some point, but I mean, doing more sim racing in general wouldn't be a bad idea, but just haven't really gotten around to doing any more than this, really. Because I guess it's in the end of it, because I am playing like a lot of other games in the meanwhile. But I do sometimes miss having a little bit more of a busier sim racing schedule. Not that I want to be doing it all the time, because I do like playing a lot of other games, but it wouldn't hurt to do a little more than just turning up on these Tuesdays, racing for a couple hours, and then maybe doing a bit at the weekends to test some combos and shit. But we'll see. We shall see. Trying to think. One race per week is realistic mode, yeah. I guess technically, yeah, it's realistic mode. Albeit I could teleport, apparently. I teleported from Laguna Seca to Finland in about 5 minutes. Crazy how advanced technology is nowadays. Joint voice are talking about cloning. Oh boy. I'll be there in a minute. I did have a point I was going to make and I've lost it. But yeah, there was one point in time where I raced basically every week. I don't want to go back to that, because that was kind of unsustainable. I did end up burning out pretty hard from doing that. It didn't help that a lot of the racing... I was actually probably mostly racing Raceroom at that point. Well, probably 50-50 between Raceroom and AC, with a bit of R-Factor 2 in between. And then eventually I was like, God, Raceroom just sucks. Then quit cold turkey and never went back. But I wouldn't mind racing, say, on like a Monday or something again. Should do RSF again. Maybe. Maybe. If they make that easier to install now. Because I kind of stopped after a while, because it was, I think I had to reinstall everything again, and I just couldn't be bothered. I actually do have RBR, but it's actually the base game. Well, modded base game, non-RSF. But I whacked like NGP and stuff on it, and then I was like, yeah, I'll do some single-player career mode. And then realized how much of a pain in the ass it is to actually calibrate the career mode properly to work with like different classes of cars and NGP physics, and I was like, Grayson must fix the crasher. Go check out if Captain Moist is still there. Probably is. I don't know. I guess by Raceroom though, I wasn't doing any of the ranked servers. I was racing with like a dedicated community, racing with the guys over on SCB. We still do, actually. I mean, I race with them still for R-Factor 2 every now and then. But, they still do, like, a bunch of Raceroom races each week. And they still seem to be decently popular, as far as I'm aware. I haven't really paid too much attention to them, but seems to be a decent amount of interest still. Want me up, yeah, Kaiden head. I'll spam it enough times so you crash. And then, bada bing, bada boom. I win. But yeah, no, I think this is where probably a good point to end for the evening. Of course, there's already a bit of a party there, but I will be on a voice chat in the Discord server. If anybody else wants to hang out, we will be there talking about whatever the fuck. But yeah, thanks again everyone for turning up and chatting. Thanks everyone for showing up and racing as well. And yeah, I will see you all around next week for it'd be the Porsche. Yes, the Porsche at Laguna, and the I can't remember the track for the Estonias. I think it might be Bikarnieki. You know, I could just check. Actually, let me do that. It was auto 24ing. Fuck. I fail at geography. Anyways. Take care, everyone, and I'll see you all around. Adios.